my 10 and my 8-year-old were skiing with Matt in Colorado this past April, and I was at the resort site, but I was out shopping in our car with the baby. And I think John Paul was in ski school. So anyway, he was sort of fine. He was in ski school, but I was with the 2-year-old just tooling around. And I get a text on my phone that says, "I hope your son's okay." And that's it. And I'm like, who is this person? And I don't know. So I'm calling this number and they're not answering. And then Matt says, "Vince has hit a tree. He's headed to the hospital. Come get Tut." So, and it's totally scary, life-threatening thing that happens to your 8-year-old, and it's just awful. But in the midst of that, we have 3 other children and no family around, and we were on vacation. So Matt was pretty much taking care of them, and I was just in the hospital with Vince, and he even took the other boys back for vacation. And Vince said to me, "Mom, this has been so great because you don't have any chores to do. You just get to hang out with me and play games." And I thought, oh, I'm such a bad mom. He really doesn't get enough of me doing that. But we had a ball. We really did bond and have great times playing games, and because he had to be on bed rest, so it was another moment where you realize sort of the scariest, toughest times that involve some suffering kind of bring you closer. I mean, the most important thing in their whole life and my whole life is making it to heaven and knowing Jesus deeply and closely. And that is the goal of my life. That is the assignment of the day. And every day I try to show them that so that is the goal, but how we get there is love. So I want them to know how much their mother loved them fiercely. They are everything to me. And so I want them to know they're loved, and they are the joy of my life. They are the goal of my life, is for them to be in heaven with me and Jesus and Matt someday. And that is, and so everything we do is working for that. And so just that I love them so much, and so I want them to know that no matter where they are and what's happening to them, that their mother loved them. And I think that will make a big difference in their life, knowing their mother loved them. And I don't know if that message gets out, how important, as an adult 40-year-old, even though my mom's passed, I know she loved me and she was totally devoted to me, and it makes a huge difference in my daily life. So just, there's so many things I want to share with them that are in more detail of that, but just that they are the joy of my life, that they are the purpose of my life. And I want them to have whole, full lives where they reach their potential and they grow in holiness and they discover what God has for them, and that they always know that their parents love them. That experience with Vince was really rough. Because I was worried for his life. I mean, there was a 15-minute period where he hit a tree and I didn't know if he was not going to make it, because I couldn't get in touch with Matt because of the cell phone thing. So, I mean, I was just pleading with God. I mean, please, my son. I mean, and then it was he's going to be okay. Well, is he going to be a paraplegic, or what do we mean okay? So then it was, he might need surgery. And then it was, oh my gosh, he doesn't need surgery. And it was just, but those times that, make you realize, everyone says they love their kids. I mean, of course, everyone loves their kids. But I mean, when you really feel like you would give up your own life just for your son to be okay, that's something that's very cool to know you felt for a moment, And then in the midst of it, your 5 and your 2-year-old don't care at all what's going on with him. All they care about is they want McDonald's, So, I mean, they're it's just families,